what's funny is the tweet has been deleted. So Trevor's bigger brother who plays with Jacksonville, as the TCU and Colorado game came to a close, Travis tweeted out, says, man, maybe Trevor should hit the portal and head over to play for Coach Prime. And I saw that and I go, oh, son of a bitch. Because I knew that it was more than likely a joke, because that's just the world we live in. You know what I mean? You're watching this game. There's 45 points being put up. Dylan Edwards rushed for like 145 yards and like 3 touchdowns, who was the freshman running back that decommitted from Notre Dame. It's exciting. It's electric. And Travis takes a jab. Not at a good time, right? Not at a good time at all. I love the kind of the dark humor. I'm cool with it. I saw that. I knew it was more than likely a joke, but I also knew the repercussions that would come from it. And then somebody had the audacity to put in the a Gator room that I'm hearing Trevor's going to sit out for the rest of the year. He's transferring for... Oh, nonsense. Absolute nonsense, which gets everybody riled up. Everyone's taking the bait. It sucks. Thankfully, Trevor shut it down, which is very helpful. Says he retweeted his brother's tweet and said, we finna shake back, just wait. Love it. I'm glad Travis deleted. I mean, I don't know. You could have left. I don't really care. He deleted the tweet because I think he realized the backlash that came from it, because it was, dude, what did he think was going to happen? I don't know. That's what's Twitter, man. It's off the top of your dome and you fire one out. But everyone panicking doesn't need to panic. This is where we're at. I think Trevor's bought in. I mean, if you saw, Trevor was running the show. We didn't see Montrell Johnson very much at all. So I wouldn't be too concerned about this particular tweet if anybody was panicking. Everything's going to be just all right. All right. But look, there was a little shaky there in Gator Nation for a bit, and I get you. I get you. Here's some interesting stuff. And again, as some of you Gator fans are rowdy and fired up, I don't even want to read it because it's just like I'm tired of it. I'm ready to move on, and it's just like we're here, right? It is what it is. So Tate Casey, tight end from the Florida Gators back in that championship run, says the first 2 had 20-year combined tenure, referring to head coaches. The next 3 had 11. You want foundation built the right way for longevity. It isn't going to come with some heartaches. Personally, I'll take 2 to 3 years of pain if that means 5 to 10 years of championship caliber ball to follow it. Lewis Murphy, who also played for that team around that time, says, I don't know about that, brother. Team seems undisciplined, lacks passion. No one gets chewed out for mistakes. How many years of coaching you need to actually coach? So a couple of things here. Discipline, we don't see it on the sideline. That doesn't mean it happens, right? It could be because if you don't remember, again, people have such short memory, good and bad. When all the teams left, I think it was Chris McClellan came out and said, look, a lot of those guys couldn't cut it. They didn't want to handle the discipline that was happening here at Florida and didn't stick around. That's why we saw the mass exodus this offseason. So I don't believe that to be the case. Lacks passion, I completely disagree because of how the team responded on Twitter, right? Trevor, Jason, Cam, all these guys say, hey, we're about to bounce back and we're about to rock and roll. I think there is passion. I don't feel like those guys showed defeat. They kept playing hard even when they were down and felt like they were out. Did they look tired at times? Sure. But lack of passion, I disagree with that. But look, I get his frustration, just like there's any Gator fan. They're going to have their opinions on it. Tate responded, I would agree with passion portion, so he thinks there is a little bit lack of it. And the ass chewing. Aside from that, how much can you take of a coaching change conversation? You go that route and you're still looking at a 2 to 4 year before getting back to contention. And I agree. I think that's the thing is that we keep wanting to redo this. We're just going to set it back even further. And he goes, I agree. I hate coaching changes. I think Dan should still be the coach, but that's a combo for another day. I want to address this as well too, because everybody was saying we need to bring Urban back and we need to bring Dan back. Again, we have a short memory because the reason we called for Dan's head was because he quit on us in the middle of the season and his team quit on him in the middle of the season. Do we all forget that? We forget how that happened? When things weren't going that way, he basically threw a fit. The team threw a fit. He wasn't recruiting. Didn't care about that part of it because he just felt like we're going to win football games and guys are going to come here. Like, we forget we're in this predicament for a certain reason. So that to me was kind of a little shaky to me. The other part of it is, and then Urban Meyer, the same thing. He quit on us. Things got too tough. Things got stressful, which I get. It's a stressful job, but he quit too. So I don't get that. But let's have that conversation. Okay, how long do you hold on when the team still lacks discipline from year 1 to year 2? The situational play calling is terrible, and that's just to name a few things on Twitter. So I think to say, that discipline from year 1 to year 2. I get where he's coming from. Again, 2 threes on the football field, the amount of penalties we had. Sure. I think we forget, again, the turnover from year 1 to year 2 is a complete 180 of the team was last year. Not making excuses, just simply pointing out facts. Those things are going to have a factor into it. But look, everyone has their opinion. They're frustrated. They're tired of losing. So everyone's going to not hold their tongue as much as they normally would. And I get that. I'm not trying to sit there and say that anybody's wrong in their feeling. But I don't believe that the team quit. I don't believe that the team quit. Look, how we're acting right now is exactly how we acted when Mullen was here. And that's why he was no longer here. So I wouldn't be surprised if we could go back and pull up Twitter histories that Lewis probably was calling for Mullen's head. Because I think we all let go of Mullen. I don't think there was anybody that went, man, should have kept that guy. Because in the moment, when we were all heated and hot, we snapped. We reacted. That's just what we do as people. So to go back and want to have two people quit on us, that's too much for me, I think. Look, if we can all settle in and say, look, and agree, like let's give somebody X amount of years and not completely want to run to the pitchfork when shit hits the fan and just quit on somebody, we might be able to build something special here, right? Because we have to understand, like when we all panic and freak out, it's not only impactful to the coaches and our fan bases, but the players see this nonsense more than they ever have. And it's not a good look for them or for recruiting classes. So we got to chill out, got to relax in how we're voicing our opinions. Like we have a voice now more than we ever had before. We got to chill out.